My name is Hope Ware. My channel is Under the Median. We named our channel in honor of the fact that we raised our 4 sons debt-free on an income which was consistently under the U.S. national median income. So that's where the name of the channel came from. On our channel, you are going to be greatly encouraged about the fact that you can live on a budget and still have a spirit of joy and abundance. So if you are looking for practical, down-to-earth tips on how to actually cut your expenses and live frugally, but still feel like you're having a whole lot of fun, then our channel is where you want to be.
I love that. I love that niche. It's a unique position, which we'll talk about probably here in a bit. But where were you at with your YouTube channel and kind of your video strategy before joining Video Strategy Academy?
We had the channel up and going. So we had some video content on the channel before I joined VSA. We had about 200 subscribers. If we had a video that hit 200 views, I was doing a happy dance. There was very little movement. It was like little micro, every once in a while we'd get a few new subscribers or I'd actually get a comment on a video. But honestly, it was stagnant. Now, I understood the power of video because I have a degree and a background in broadcasting. So I worked in radio for a long time, and that was part of my frustration. I had a website where I was writing. I enjoy writing, but I knew that if I could just get in front of more people, that I would be able to gain some traction. But when I learned broadcasting, there was no internet. And so just the whole idea of hurdling how to do the technology, that was my big hurdle. So that's what VSA taught me, was the technical, the back end stuff, how to actually harness the amazing power that YouTube has available for us.
I mean, you touched a little bit on it, but what had you really hoped that video and your YouTube channel would do for you or for you as a side business?
Well, our goal as we get a little older in life is to have my husband retire. And we knew that we would need some additional income. So we needed a side hustle in addition to his pension in order to live in retirement. And that became the goal. So he's about 2 years from retirement now. And I said, give me 2 years. I said, there's one thing that I know I can do. I know that we've lived a really long time on not a whole lot of income, and we know how to do that well. And I also know that I know how to connect with people in a meaningful way that will encourage them. So give me 2 years between now and your retirement to sort of build up this side business and see if we can make a go of it. So that was the goal. The goal was to provide some additional income in retirement.
So knowing that was your goal and knowing you had a couple videos up, you had about 200 subscribers, what then ultimately made you decide to jump in with Video Strategy Academy and go that route? Like what was the thing that kind of tipped you over the edge to go all in with Video Strategy Academy?
Trena, I wish I could remember like how you came across my radar, but I don't remember. What I do know is that all of a sudden I became aware that you were going to do like a 4-day mini sessions on your Facebook channel about how to do video. And I thought, oh, I'm really interested in that. So I signed up for it. I was there every single day. And when I saw your enthusiasm, and I realized that you had the information that I needed, that's when I thought, all right, I've got to do this. You had the missing piece of the puzzle that I needed.
And I was so excited that you jumped in, and I honestly, the rest of the story is pretty amazing. And so how long did it ultimately take for you to start seeing a change in your channel once you did join VSA?
Almost immediately. So I began at the very beginning and letting YouTube know who I was and what I was all about. And when I sort of put all of those metrics and those keywords into our channel, I started to see a little bit of growth. I started seeing our first video hit 500 views, and that was huge. But then about 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, the channel took off. And in 28 days after joining VSA, we went from 200 subscribers to 5,000 subscribers. It's been 90 days now with VSA, and we have gone from 5,000 subscribers to over 16,000 subscribers.
I mean, that is just so amazing. And what are some other things that you're seeing? What are some opportunities you're getting as well because of this growth on YouTube?
We have had a couple of really great breakout videos, and that has been incredibly helpful. So we have two videos that have done really, really well for us, one with 160,000 views and one with 90,000 views. And that has driven the channel growth. But the reason that I made those videos is because you, Trina, helped me figure out my niche. You looked me in the eye and said, this is what you're really good at. This is your keyword, and you need to focus on it hard. And that niche was frugal living. And boy, did it work. The minute that I took your advice and started producing videos geared toward people who just really wanted ideas, tips, and strategies for saving money and living frugally, this channel took off because you told me to do that.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about that is you would think on YouTube initially, like the money saving niche is pretty saturated, right? Is that what you thought going in, that, well, this is kind of saturated?
Yeah, I'm up against channels that are doing this and they've been doing it a long time and they're doing it really well. So to figure out like a subset of that channel and really go toward that, I never would have thought of that. I feel like I was someone who was like poking around in the dark before VSA. I knew that something was there that I needed to get to, but I couldn't figure out where I was even supposed to go in the room. And so the minute that you gave me the tools to start figuring that out, and I started saying, I get it. Okay, I can see that tool there. I'm going to grab that tool and I'm going to start using that. Oh, look, there's another one. I'm going to grab that tool and start implementing that. The minute I started actually using what you were teaching me to do, that was what made the difference.
Aside from growing significantly and seeing so much success, what are some of your favorite parts of Video Strategy Academy beside the interaction with me? Like, there's a lot that goes on in Video Strategy Academy. So what would you say is some of your favorite parts about it?
What I really like is that every time I get to a new module, I'm so excited to start it because I know that not only am I going to get just bare bones, this is the information that you need to know. You are going to give real life examples. Here's what I'm teaching you to do. Here's the form you use. Now, here is how you actually use it. And you always consistently go into the back end and say, this is exactly how you're going to use this. Here's what I'm looking at. You go to YouTube and say, you pull something up and say, oh, look, this is what we're looking for. Do you see the difference between this and this? This is the direction you want to go, and here's why. And so just that practical hands-on examples, I love it. The other thing that I love is like Thursdays have become my day now, because I know that that's the day when I'm going to spend some time doing something on the Zoom group with VSA. So there are so many opportunities to be able to learn more. You are fantastic at figuring out what your students need and finding somebody that's their wheelhouse. They do it really, really well, and inviting them to come and speak to the group and give us the information and knowledge that we need. The experts that you have on are meaningful experts. They're not just people like you throw at us. You've thought carefully about why we need the information and who can give it to us best.
Knowing somebody that's sitting on the fence, if you were talking right now to somebody who's like, well, I don't know, it seems like a pretty big investment. Is it going to be worth it? What would you say to that person who's trying to decide if they should jump in and invest?
Within 30 days, my business was making more money. Within 30 days, our subscription rate began to go up, and now it has skyrocketed. We have gone from 200 subscribers on our email newsletter list to 2,000 subscribers. Not only that, I began making sales, multiple sales every single month after I joined VSA. And after our channel was monetized, in 1 month of monetization, we made back every penny that VSA cost.
You came from it from a side that you were going to be on YouTube, but in the group, we have a lot of business owners, and what they don't realize is that powerful monetization piece, because you are creating content for your business, yes, but you can make money putting content on YouTube. And you showed you could get monetized within 30 days and start just making money from putting videos on YouTube?
I was shocked. I've got to be honest. I had no idea that that component was going to comprise so much of what we would need in retirement for a side income. No idea.
So, Hope, is there anything else you would tell anybody about Video Strategy Academy that you think they really need to hear?
If you really want someone who's going to be hands-on with you, Trena is. Every month we have a Zoom call where she answers questions from students that are in VSA. She takes questions one at a time, and you can ask what you need to know, and she is going to make sure that you get an answer. This isn't something that you just buy and then she leaves you out there sort of trying to make sure, you can figure it out. Here's the information, go figure it out. She is so incredibly in it with you. And I feel like I've made so many new friends in VSA who are also in it with me. The Facebook group, we all get on and we exchange information and ideas, and we might throw something up there and say, what do you think about this? And you'll get 4 or 5 people, 6 people who give you meaningful feedback on what the question that you just asked them. It's a group. It's like forming a new friends group. It's not just you're buying a course, you are buying something that is going to impact you for a long time to come, because you're going to make connections and you're going to make friends. This opportunity with VSA has been so much more than I ever dreamed that it would be. And it is absolutely worth it.